Okay. I'm going to address a few things here. And, people don't think that this person is getting under my skin by any means. But, I have a right to set the record straight. That's all it is. Okay? And if you get her feathers ruffled, then so be it. Okay? So we'll start off with this thing about I was doing drugs. I'm still doing drugs. Never done drugs. Okay? Yes, I lived in Haight-Ashbury for a time. Wasn't doing drugs. I wasn't doing free sex. I was not in a commune. I was in an esoteric Christian order. So you can just back off of that nonsense again as well. As far as my guru, okay, yes, I was with him for a month. But when I'm saying was with him, I mean we were physically talking day by day, okay, in his presence, talking. I had him all to myself for whatever questions I had, whatever things I wanted to know for a month. Undivided. Okay? That does not mean when that time ended that he was no longer my guru or that we were not in touch. I was still in touch with him by email. Absolutely, yes. Okay? Now, you want to say that I didn't have a guru? I can't, I never really had a guru. Well, yeah, I did. Okay? And he judged the consciousness, and yes, he told me it was time for me to be a guru. Now let's look at you. Shall we look at you? Who is your gurus? You followed Nityananda. Were you ever in his presence for 1 second, 1 day? No? Okay. Muji, were you ever in his presence? Ever meet him in person 1 day? No. Nisargadatta, he's passed. Okay, so you've read some of the books, some of the things he said. Claim he's your guru. You can't have a guru that's dead. Okay, he's not your guru. And besides, he was not a guru. He was a sage. There's a difference between having a sage, and he didn't have an ashram. He had an apartment he lived, and people would come to visit and listen to him for a short time. Okay? Ramana as well was not a guru. He was a sage. So, you want to sit there and say that I've had no guru? I had a guru for a month? You've had no guru ever. Ever. You've listened to a few YouTube videos and you've read some books. And you don't have a real guru, so you can spin it any way you want it. So let's look at the reality, okay? Before you go off trying to trash somebody with your nonsense, you might want to think about it because the light might get shown back on you. Okay? So yes, I have had gurus. Okay? Not only he, Father Blyton, I was in an esoteric Christian order, face to face. Okay? With the Krishnas, face to face. Okay? So you can just jump off that BS that you want to put out there about I've never had a guru, and you've had these gurus, and you're so no, you've never had a guru. Let's look at the truth of it, okay? So, again, lies, spins and lies, 100%. And you can sit there and make up stuff all you want all day, the most virulent, nasty, filthy things you can think of. But the truth will win out. Okay, the truth will win out. It really will. And your nonsense that you put out, which I put a link, people can see you ranting over there about who's the real victim. That if you're calm, you're the victimizer, and if you're screaming memes, you're the victim. Yet clearly, in that video, you said you were attacking here, okay? As nasty, vicious as you could be, and were enjoying it. It was therapy for you. And because I'm calm, therefore, I'm the victimizer, okay? Now, there is no way you can spin that to make a valid thing out of it. And while you're over there screaming memes and saying if you're upset and you're screaming, then you're the victim, and then you're claiming to have a still mind, you're claiming that you have no hate for anyone, and yet you put out the most virulent, hateful things I've ever seen in my life. Okay? All lies, all projection. You might want to look at that. Every time you open your mouth, you belay the fact that you are not where you're claiming to be. Not remotely close. Okay? So yes, I'm calm. I'm not over here screaming memes. And you can say, I'm jealous of you all you want. There's nothing to be jealous about. Absolutely nothing. You want to say, I haven't ever walked a path, I've got nothing. I walked a 30-year journey. That I don't know anything. I don't have anything. I've got a number of books, and all of those came from my journey, my awakening, my knowing. What do you have? Okay? All you've got are vicious videos that you put out on a daily basis, ranting about how abused you are and everyone's attacking you because you tell the truth. No, that's not why anyone's attacking you. And most of the people you say are attacking you, they're not attacking you at all. Okay? And all the attacks you say are coming from here, a smear campaign. No, the one that's been doing the smearing is the one that's lying through their teeth every day. Okay? And that would be you. You read Bible verses about why you don't abuse people, and then you continue to do abuse every day. Okay? Oh my God, do you not see any of your actions at all? You say you've done introspection. Where? Because all the introspection, all you talk about always is how you're a victim, how everyone's attacking you, okay? Every day. And if you look at my site, you're not going to find anything that's attacking you, okay? I put up a picture, you say it's an attack. Shakti that you saw in the fire during my sannyas ceremony is the energy of the universe. So how is that an attack? If you want to make it into something demonic, that is in your mind, okay? Because Nityananda put people and had them attacking others, you want to put that on me? If any of my students went out to attack anybody, they would be done with my path immediately. Okay? So all this hate you want to put out there, all the lies and the spin you want to put out there, that, oh, I was up moving to music, so that absolutely proves I am not a celibate. If I were standing here buck-ass naked, does not mean I'm not a celibate. Okay? If you are moving, you're dancing, you're wearing makeup, doesn't have anything to do with celibacy. Absolutely nothing. Except for in your dirty mind, the Naga Babas, they were usually sky-clad. Do you know what sky-clad is? It means naked. It means totally naked. Does that mean they're all out there having sex? That they're not a celibate? Again, you take things and you spin them into something toxic, and that's all you see. All you see is these dirty glasses of toxicity everywhere, where you want to be like a spitting viper, okay? And then wonder why you don't have friends, why there's nobody there that wants to come to you as a teacher, why none of those things are happening. Because you're double-minded, okay? Oh, Hinduism is great, Ramana is great, Nisargadatta is great, but Nisargadatta had demons because he was smoking. So how could you see him as a realized being if he's got demons? Ramana, do you know the mountain he went on every day he saw as Shiva? Shiva's demonic. Oh my God. Okay? Advaita is Hinduism, and yet in the next second you say all Hinduism is demonic. The gods, goddesses are demonic. Okay? You don't understand anything. Convoluted spin. All Eastern religions come from Cain. They're all demonic. There's nothing anywhere in the Bible that says Eastern religions come from Cain. That's your made-up fallacy. Nityananda is sending Nephilim to have sex with the women. Really? The Nephilim were not fallen angels. Nephilim were alien beings. And yes, they had sex with women and they procreated and had children, and the children were giants. Do you see any giants running around here? Okay. So much for, again, one of your convoluted statements that you're putting out there. I don't know what fantasy world you're living in. This delusional thing that you're in, that you want to try to be a teacher and tell everybody, okay? But I can tell you 100%, okay, that a realized being does not sit there and rant and rave and scream, okay? A realized being with a still mind does not rehash their past endlessly, okay? And when people aren't paying enough attention, keep amping it up step by step by step. As far as you saying that I attacked your children, I did no such thing. Out of your mouth you were attacking your children, and I said, oh, aren't you the mother of your year? Saying those things about your children. So how is that attacking your children? It's your mouth that attacks your children, okay? And you put all your projections onto here. Oh, I only know what Nityananda was doing because I lived in India, so I was living that way too. So that's how I know. No. I was not having sex in India, okay? I was a celibate. I was not doing drugs, that's why I was respected. While I was with the sadhu community, I never touched any drugs, and that's why they respected me, because I would go out and do my meditation and do my practices. And people would come and bring offerings of food and offerings of a few paisa, because they saw that I was honestly doing meditation and my practices, okay? So all this hateful stuff you want to put out there, okay, it comes from one place, your filthy, degraded mind, okay? All this stuff you're supposed to know from my past, and how do you know any of this? Were you there with me? No. Do you know what's in my mind? No. But you claim that you know everything and you see everything. No, all you see is your made-up fantasy that comes from hate and jealousy. And why? Because I was talking the truth about Nietzsche Nana, and I saw what you couldn't see. Okay? And you justify your attacks and your hate and your rants. Justify it and then say you're the poor one being abused. Amazing. Absolutely amazing that you can do that, and you have absolutely no cognition of what you're doing. And yet every time you open your mouth on your videos, you condemn yourself in the same video. Okay? You're ranting because some of those preachers you were listening to talked about New Age community and it's demonic. So then you start railing, they're calling you a demon. Nobody called you a demon, but you call me a demon every day. What does God think of somebody that calls somebody a demon? Well, ask yourself that, because you do it daily, numerous times per day. Oh, but it doesn't pertain to you. It pertains to everybody else. But you get a pass for all your actions because you came from an abusive home when you were a child. So that excuses whatever you do. Okay? It doesn't excuse everything you do. Okay? So you're sitting there threatening you're going to go through all my videos and you're going to do this and you're going to do your worst. You do it anyway. If I say something, if I don't, you do the same thing. Okay? So, if I want to say something, I'll say it. If you don't like it, don't listen. But this is not an attack on you, although anytime somebody speaks truth and you don't like it, you see it as an attack. And that's what paranoid narcissists do that are toxic. If somebody speaks truth against their lie, then they say it's an attack. Okay? You don't like to be outed for what you are. Okay? But people here watch my channel. They see what I'm giving on a daily basis. What I give is positivity on a daily basis. And all you give over there is toxic, hateful rants daily about how abused you are, how everyone's attacking you because you're telling the truth and they're so jealous of you and everybody's sleepers and you're the only one awake, but you never put yourself on a pedestal. And that's all you do. Try to justify, demean everybody else and justify whatever it is you're doing. Okay? My students stood up once and made one video in 6 years of you're doing this nonsense. 6, 7 years of it. They've done one video that said, I'm not doing the things that you're claiming I'm doing. And yes, you need some mental health help. Yes, they did that. Okay? Because you do need some help. You didn't lose your grandchildren, your children, and your whole relation with your family because you're such a loving, giving person. You lost them because you do the same things you're doing here. Okay? Everybody's attacking you. And you become vicious and hateful and nasty and jealous. And then it's all everybody else's fault. It's nobody's fault but your own. You want to insert yourself into every video you watch. Now those preachers that you're watching, they don't know you from Adam. The videos they put out were not about you. You watch Sam Vankin, then all of a sudden, he's watching my channel. He's watching every one of my videos. He made a video about me. He's attacking me. Nothing like that ever happened. Okay? It's your paranoia. Okay? I don't know what all medications you were on, but you might want to think about going back to your doctor, getting some help. Because sitting out there and attacking people, which you say was beneficial for you, therapy for you, Okay? The more you attacked, the better you felt, and then claimed to be the victim. That's bogus, okay? That's bogus. So again, you do it no matter what anyone says or doesn't say. They don't say a word to you, they ignore you, you still do it. Okay? And if they say something to counter the nonsense you're doing, then you become unhinged and unglued. So again, you condemn yourself with every video you do because you don't do this, you don't do that, and then you turn around to do it in the same video, you're condemning other people. You might want to think about that. And again, you've never had a guru. Never, ever, ever in your life. You cannot claim somebody that's passed that was never a guru, they were a sage. There's a difference between a sage and a guru. Okay? And watching a video of Nityananda does not make you a disciple. Watching a video of Muji does not make you a disciple. Reading a book by Nisargadatta or Ramana does not make you a disciple. So you haven't had not one day with an actual guru, face to face. So again, you might want to learn to zip it, because eventually you may get called out and somebody may actually put out the truth. You know why? Because you're bogus, you're a fake, you're a fraud, you're a hater, you're jealous, paranoid, okay? And you want to proclaim to everyone that you're awakened and everybody else is asleep. That people are just stealing what you have, all your knowledge, and they don't know anything. That's the projection. You run around and steal from everybody else and put it out there as your own. And you don't know anything. Advaita is Hindu, okay? One of the greatest first Advaitists, the last thing he did was an ode to Shakti, an ode to Kundalini, an ode to Shakti, and he is a #1 Advaitist. So again, you don't know anything. You take something that's sacred and you make it toxic. And you sit there with these little things that you've tried to put together in your mind because you haven't studied, you don't know, you don't have a genuine guru. You just read a snippet here and snippet there, and then you try to weave it together into something fantasy land that bears no reality within it. The best thing you could do is maybe go get a real teacher, okay, and study, and stop trying to put out like you know something because, 7 years ago I listened to Nityananda videos, so I've been studying for 7 whole years. But you jump from here to here to here to here, and none of them were actually a real guru to you. Listening to a YouTube does not make it a guru, okay? And proclaiming yourself as awakened does not make you awakened. Okay? Like I said, I'm not self-proclaimed. I was actually in an esoteric order, was actually with the Krishnas. When Prabhupada called me aside and said, you will gain realization in this lifetime, okay? That's not bogus. That's face to face. When I was with my guru, yes, for a month solid, every day, face to face, I was the only one there. Okay? And got to ask every question I want. And then when he left, I stayed in touch with him. So you sit here and sit there and try to demean and downplay that when you've had nothing, absolutely nothing. You want to proclaim your big knowledge. Where are the books you've written? Where are they? Where's the genuine knowledge that you have? Okay? Oh, there aren't any? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay? Just bogus hyperbole and hot air and jealousy and being pissed off at the world. Okay? And that's not going to serve you. Okay? So I'm going to leave this here. You know, I really do wish you well in your life. But in order to get better, you're going to have to go get some serious help. And then maybe you could get back in touch with your family. Okay? But as long as you continue this type of thing, of vilifying everybody that says some truth that you don't like, and saying they're attacking you, and getting nasty and like spitting, putting out your poison daily, of course they don't want to have anything to do with you. Who would? Who would want to be around you when you do things like this? Okay?